Welcome and thank you for joining this edition of the GNBS in 30. I am Bibi Katun, Communications Officer at the GNBS. If you are a regular viewer of this monthly program, we are happy to be in your company again for the next 30 minutes. If it is your first time tuning into the GNBS in 30, welcome. Sit back and let us educate you on how you can grow your business or protect your rights as consumers. You will hear from the GNBS about the work we do in legal metrology, certification, standardization, and awareness, among others, as we strive to promote a culture of quality through standards. But before we get into that, I must let you know that the month of March was the month we focused on the consumer, and the GNBS joined in celebrating World Consumer Rights Day on March 15th. You will hear more about this as we take you through this program. I will be back after this message.
We are now offering concrete non-destructive testing, which is used for quality control purposes and to assess concrete structures for strength, durability, and susceptibility to deterioration. These tests determine the compressive strength and other properties of concrete from the existing structures. Do not be left behind and crumble. GNBS, your provider of excellence in calibration and testing services. Call us today on 219-0064-66.
Thanks for staying tuned. First, let me tell you about this exciting award won by the Guyana National Bureau of Standards for its contributions to legal metrology globally. As some of you may know, the GNBS, in accordance with the 1981 Weights and Measures Act, coordinates the National Weights and Measures Program in Guyana. In this regard, the GNBS is responsible for ensuring there is accuracy of measurements in trade through the verification of every measuring instrument used by business persons to sell you products. In 2021, the Bureau joined the International Organization of Legal Metrology, OIML, and in 2022 won the SEAMS Award from over 50 nominations worldwide. SEAMS refer to countries and economies with emerging metrology systems. The award was officially handed over by our Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Honorable Onej Walron, to head of our Legal Metrology Department, Mr. Shailendra Rai, on Monday, March 6, 2023. Let's take a look at the highlights from the handing over ceremony.
It's my pleasure to be at such an occasion where the Guyana National Bureau of Standards is awarded for its strides in metrology, which contributes to a strong legal metrology system and fair trade in Guyana. This award for excellent achievements in legal metrology in developing countries intends to acknowledge and honor new and outstanding activities achieved by organizations significantly contributing to legal metrology objectives on national and regional levels. The GNBS is extremely proud to be recognized and presented with this award. As our country's economy and global trade expands and increases, the Bureau has been working not only to improve but also to increase its services offered to businesses across all industries.
We need to have the international recognition to declare to the world that Guyana is punching above its weight class, and in fact it is first and foremost amongst the heavy lifters in terms of commerce. And so this award and others like it we take this opportunity to congratulate and to announce it, because it says once again that we are getting the recognition for the hard work that the Guyana National Bureau of Standards has undertaken to earn this recognition, but also the fact that as a government we continue to develop and we continue to develop policies that make us indeed a competitive nation.
The GNBS, most of the staff of the Legal Metrology Department, is very pleased to receive this award, since it is a significant attestation to our hard work and dedication towards the development of legal metrology in Guyana.
The GNBS has increased its services over the past 28 years and will soon introduce new verification services, including the verification of net content of prepackaged goods, verification of sound level meters, tint meters, and liquefied petroleum gas meters. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. The GNBS team visited Region 6 this month to meet with businesses, government officials, and other stakeholders to promote awareness of the services offered by the Bureau and to improve the delivery of measuring and monitoring services in the region. The visit included school lectures for students and teachers of the Berbice Educational Institute, Kanji Secondary School, Skeldon Line Path Secondary, and Tagore Memorial Secondary Schools. Additionally, a television program was held to share information with residents of Berbice. The GNBS team included heads of our legal metrology, product compliance, and corporate communications department, along with other team members from the marketing and communications department. Our Region 6 inspectors, Dylan Rupchan and Brian Kelwan from our Curveton and New Amsterdam offices, also accompanied the team during the various activities. The team engaged the Mayor of New Amsterdam, Her Worship Winifred Haywood, and the Mayor of Curveton, His Worship Winston Roberts, who both welcomed the visit and the potential areas of collaboration.
As mayor in this town, I am happy that we can sensitize our people, and as we sensitize our people, it means that we will ensure that whatever they're purchasing, they have the correct measurement, and I want us to continue to sustain this. I think it's a very good initiative.
Maybe I must tell you that I'm very much happy to know that I have a meeting with the National Bureau of Standards, headed by Mr. Rai and team, and I was very impressed. And I also accepted an invitation from them for conduct the sessions upstairs and have visitation in the market to educate the vendors out in relation to them skills, measurement, and whatever. I'm very happy. And by such doing, the customers will benefit out of it.
The GNBS team also engaged the Regional Executive Officer Mr. Narendra Prasad, Regional Chairman Mr. David Armagan, and members of the Upper Quarantine Chamber of Commerce. The engagement saw agreements to foster greater collaboration, including verbal agreements to host measurement trainings for vendors and the Fisherman Co-op in the region. Outreaches will continue in the various administrative regions throughout 2023. So look out for us. We will be in your region, and be sure to approach us if you have any questions or to share your concerns or suggestions. In the meantime, you can also visit our regional offices to access the GNBS services. Now let me ask you this important question. Do you know that as consumers, you have rights? Yes, you do. You have 8 consumer rights. On March 15th, the GNBS team joined with the Department of Consumer Affairs and the Competition and Consumer Affairs Commission to observe World Consumer Rights Day under the theme, Empowering Consumers Through Clean Energy Transitions. The agencies hosted a bumper sticker drive and an exhibition at the Stabroek Market, Georgetown, along with a live social media video to promote awareness on consumer rights. Here is a clip from the video where you can learn a little bit more about your rights as consumers. Let us first start with Ms. Alison Parker from the Competition and Consumer Affairs Commission. Ms. Parker, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, baby.
Can you enlighten our viewers who are very interested in what is it that we're doing today?
We're going to use the commuter system, the minibuses, the taxis, personal vehicles, and we plan to launch this bumper sticker drive. So it's information where you can easily see it. We're trying a mix of everything.
Aside from today's activity, we had an energy walk recently where the GNBS was also a participant.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we didn't win, even though we had 38 participants.
The biggest group.
Tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so again, we wanted to open the discussion and bring attention not only to the theme for the year, but consumer protection, awareness about our existence. And that walk was well received, well attended. Thanks to the participation of our sister agency, GNBS, and they too are in the business of consumer protection in a different way,
yes,
but they'll tell you that. And we had over 300 persons at the walk, thanks to GEA, Guyana Shore Base, the Cinco, for joining with us to ensure that that walk was a success.
Thank you for staying with us. And now we're joined by Ms. Krishana Archer from the Department of Consumer Affairs. Krishana, first tell our viewers, what does the department do?
Well, the Department of Consumer Affairs is the department that deals with educating consumers on their rights and responsibilities, and also we facilitate different policy directions that the government will take as it pertains to consumer protection.
What are some of those rights that consumers should know as we celebrate World Consumer Rights Day?
It is important for consumers to understand there are 8 basic consumer rights. The first is the right to their basic needs, and we all know our basic needs are food, clothing, and shelter. And then you have the right to information. This is why we're having this session out here today, is to inform consumers about what those rights are. You have the right to choose. You should have the option to choose from different types, brands, and even colors, as simple as that, of an item. It should not be limited to one. You have the right to consumer education. People fail to realize it is important before you plug that thing in, before you do anything with an appliance or with anything, to read the manual. So we want consumers to read the manual and have a full understanding of how that product works. You have the right to be heard. If there's an issue with a product or a service you access, you have the right to take that information to the supplier and have them give you some form of redress. If for whatever reason they're stubborn, they don't want to give you redress, then you have that right also to redress. And this is where our sister agency, the CCAC, comes in. Because they now will go and investigate and give you the redress you need. And then you have the right to a healthy environment. But it is your responsibility to ensure that the environment stays healthy by using consumption practices that are sustainable.
All right, you've now heard from the Department of Consumer Affairs that is in charge of ensuring that the public is educated and research is done to guide policymakers on consumer rights and responsibilities. You've also heard from the Competition and Consumer Affairs Commission when it comes to redress and addressing those issues that consumers may have. Now it's time to speak to the Guyana National Bureau of Standards to talk about standards relating to consumer protection and consumer protection as a whole, how we go out there to ensure that you get quality goods and services. And with me is Mr. Lloyd David, the head of our Corporate Communications Department. Lloyd, can you enlighten our viewers on how the GNBS protect consumers?
Yes, thank you very much, baby, for this opportunity. The Guyana National Bureau of Standards, since its inception, has been an exemplary consumer protection body. We don't just talk the way we actually do the work. We actually, carry the spade in terms of ensuring consumers are protected. We through our services, metrology services, measurement services, we conduct the verification of all weighing and measuring instruments used in trade. This is a big way in which consumers are protected because with accurate measurements, consumers are assured that they're getting value for money. Aside from that, we monitor 17 categories of products. These products include so many things, electrical appliances, tires, all of that, which might affect quality and safety. And the GNBS, we are at the forefront of having those products monitored to ensure that they meet quality and labeling requirements.
That's nice, Lloyd. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, the GNBS, surely. The GNBS, we've been in consumer protection. It's not something that we plan to do away with because it directly relates to the services that we provide. And we will continue to provide these services because we want not only businesses to grow and develop, but we also want consumers to be protected. We want them to, have their rights protected and, of course, adhere to their responsibilities. So we will continue to share information like this, opportunities like this, share information so that persons can be educated.
All right, thank you very much, Lloyd. In accordance with this year's theme, Empowering Consumers Through Clean Energy Transitions, the GNBS has several standards relating to energy, including the International Energy Management System Standard, which enables an organization to follow a systemic approach in achieving continual improvement of energy performance, including energy efficiency, energy use, and consumption. Further, the GNBS urges consumers to purchase energy-efficient appliances, including AC units, refrigerators, to play their role in clean energy transitions. You are also encouraged to read the labels on their products to make better decisions regarding purchases and usage. After the break, we will share updates on our Made in Guyana certification mark program.
See labels, read the labels carefully. You will see they are the key to energy efficiency. You must read the labels when you're shopping for a fridge. These labels you cannot miss on LED bulbs and CFLs. You'll find them on ACs as well.
The new CARICOM energy efficiency labels will help you make better decisions on electrical items you purchase. They show you how much energy is used by each product so that you can save money and electricity in your homes and businesses. Look out for the labels on refrigerators, AC units, and light bulbs. To learn more about these new labels, visit energy.crosq.org.
See labels, read the labels carefully. You will see they are the key to energy efficiency. You must read the labels.
Now let us turn our attention to the GNBS Made in Guyana certifications for March. Local companies continue to express an interest in having the Made in Guyana standards mark on their authentic Guyanese products. Businesses receiving their permit to use the Made in Guyana standards mark in March were Dixie Punch the Cream and Plastific Inc. Dixie Punch the Creme now has the standard mark on its coffee, original and Capadilla liqueur, while Plastific has the mark on its various plastic products. Here are highlights from these certification ceremonies.
On behalf of myself and my team, we want to congratulate you and welcome you aboard the Made in Guyana Standards Mark. And we look forward to working with you and seeing what else you can produce to use this mark. So congratulations and welcome.
I'm a professional bartender and a mixologist, and that's how I come up with the concept of working with alcohol and coming up with flavors. So other flavors and other things is about to come. We just wanted to get these 3 flavors as popular as so people will know our brand and know what we're capable of before you have a wide variety of things and people don't even know about you.
We are of the view that you can have more companies and more individuals and more businesses applying for the mark, and we think that it's such an excellent product that the GNBS has, and the GMSA is willing to partner with you to engage in a promotion of this mark. So once again, Dixie and team, congratulations. And to the GNBS, thank you for working with the GMSA and its members.
Now that we have attained the certificate to use the GNBS Made in Guyana certification mark, Plastific Inc. will now carry this certification mark and include on all of our plastic products.
I'm excited when I heard that we have achieved the Made of Guyana certificate, knowing that we are just around 2 years in production. And I want to congratulate the GNBS to work along with us and the staff and everyone to achieve such a remarkable effort and being certified in a very short time. It's very encouraging.
To be awarded this certificate, it means that you would be certified for a period of 1 year, and during that year, surveillance is conducted. And that surveillance is just ensure that you continue to meet all the requirements for this criteria to be awarded the use of this mark. However, I must say for me, this is the first time that I'm able to see all your products. I must say the mark does look quite nice on your products. So I will be looking for it in the supermarkets. So on behalf of myself and my team and the GNBS as large, as Mr. Ibrahim would have said, we want to extend a heartfelt congratulations to all of you for your hard work. And we want to encourage you to continue to work in this way so that you can use the mark. Congratulations, all of you.
This is your first step, and we're here to work with you and take you to other levels beyond regional. And we will give you that commitment once we have that working commitment too.
Congratulations to Dixie Punch de Creme and Plastific Inc. on getting certified under the GNBS Permit to Use the Made in Guyana Standard Mark program. Still on certification, the GNBS in March certified the Guyana Responsible Parenthood Association's clinical laboratory to the Guyana Standard GYS 170-2021. This is a standard that covers the general requirements for the operations of a laboratory. The certificate, which is valid for 2 years, was formally handed over to the laboratory's Executive Director, Mrs. Arlene Chaturia, by Technical Officer within the Certification Services Department of the GNBS, Mr. Keon Rankin.
So this is a momentous occasion for GRPA. GRPA has been around for 49 years. And lab certification and certification in the clinic has been one of the important things that I wanted to do when I started here as the finance director. To see the strides we have made, it's very, 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 very incredible, especially to my team who has worked tirelessly to get this done. So just to let GNBS know, they have certified the first civil society in the country to develop services, and we're not only a civil society, we are implementing partner for the United Nations Population Fund and a partner organization for Post Feminista. So the country is evolving, so the need for quality service has to evolve. So again, congratulations to my team.
One of the things that I first observed about the organization is the effectiveness and the efficiency within the laboratory. Many people heard about the lab, but it was not recognized enough. They have a lot of implementation and they're very thorough and effective in the way they operate. And today we are here to grant this certification, and this will provide evidence that the laboratory is operating in the current city procedure and the local standard, which is GYS 170 certification standard.
Congratulations to the Guyana Responsible Parenthood Association for successfully achieving certification. On the note of certification, the GNBS is happy to report that a total of 69 companies are competing in this year's National Quality Awards. The NQA awards businesses in 4 categories for their commitment to implementing standards. In fact, the GNBS team commenced auditing these companies in March, and this process will run until June to assess and shortlist winners in the various categories. The NQA is slated for October 12th. The GNBS offers a host of services and is always pleased to impart knowledge to the younger generations who are our potential leaders and businessmen and women. On March 10th, students of the Government Technical Institute visited the GNBS for a tour of our calibration and testing laboratories. The labs they visited included our electrical, crude, fuel oil, pressure, dimension, and volumetric laboratories. The students were enlightened about the practical approaches to the science of measurement and the testing of products to determine quality. Technicians of our Industrial Metrology and Testing Department were happy to showcase to the students, the services they provide to stakeholders in the industries. As we get closer to the end of this edition of the program, we would like to share some information on key agriculture standards which were revised by the Bureau. The GNBS continues to make updated and relevant national standards available for implementation within the various sectors. Recently, the GNBS completed the revision of 3 important standards for the agriculture sector. These are the specification for grades of green plantain, specification for grades of fresh ginger, and specification for grades of watermelons. These standards were approved as national standards to reflect advances in the sector and to be applicable to current market requirements. The grades prescribed in the standards are intended to facilitate transactions among growers, buyers, and sellers who may wish to use a purchasing system based on the quality of green plantains, gingers, or watermelons. The quality requirements also serve as a guide to farmers who are aiming to produce the best yields. I encourage you to contact the GNBS Standardization Department today to acquire your copy of these and other national standards. We'll be back after this break.
Standards are a universal language, ensuring the same level of quality no matter where you go. Think of standards as a formula that describes the best way of doing something. The Guyana National Bureau of Standards is Guyana's national standards body, which facilitates the development of our national standards. The Standardization Department of the GNBS works with a number of experts in their various fields, as well as other regional and international standards bodies to facilitate the development of the standards we use. Businesses wishing to give their customers the best should conform to relevant standards. Find out more by contacting the Standardization Department of the GNBS. GNBS, creating a culture of quality through standards.
Thank you for staying tuned to the GNBS in 30. Before I bring this edition of the program to a close, we would like to share with you some of the social activities the GNBS engaged in this March. This included our Pagwa celebrations, monthly cookout, and International Women's Day. Let's take a look. This brings us to the end of the March 2023 edition of the GNBS Interactive Television Program. Ensure you follow us on Facebook as we keep you updated on the various services offered by the Bureau, including training, verification, calibration and testing, standards, and more. For more information, contact us on 219-0064-66 or WhatsApp us on 692-4627. Goodbye for now.